What's going on, everyone? This is Valgriz here, and welcome to Tip Tuesday number 5. On this week's Tip Tuesday, we're going to be working in Sony Vegas, and we're going to be working with one element of Sony Vegas, and that element being volume. Now, as many of you may know, whenever you import a song, a gameplay, or anything that has audio into it into Sony Vegas, you're going to see two things next to the audio track. You're going to see volume and pan. Now, pan, I'm not going to go over today. It's a really useful function. If you do not know what that is, look it up on my channel. Just type in pan, Sony Vegas. You'll find some really good stuff there. But today, we're going to be working with volume. Now, by default, whenever you import something to Sony Vegas, the volume is going to be 0 decibels. Now, decibels is measuring how loud the audio is. For tutorials, I know that -10 decibels is best for recording, just because the volume of my voice and the volume of the sound have to be equally balanced. I know that this is a good volume for that. Now, you can set yours at whatever you feel is best, but we're not going to be working around this right now, because as many of you know, when you work with this little volume knob right here, you can turn it lower, and the volume's going to be really low. You can put it about normal range, and the volume's going to be normal. And same thing applies for if you put the volume and the decibels a lot higher. I'm not going to put it that high, because then it'll be really loud for you guys. But you guys get the point. Now, when you put your volume at a comfortable volume for you and your system that you're running, I'm going to put mine at 10 because I know that works for me. -10, that is. In some cases, you might want to make the volume lower in certain parts or higher in specific parts. Well, there's a really useful function under volume that you may or may not have known about. Just like everything in Tip Tuesday, it's all about, little tips and tricks here and there, and things that you might or might not have known about that will definitely help you out in the future. So, if you select your audio track and you hold in Shift and hit V, it'll bring up these little volume controls, this little volume bar here. Or if you don't want to do that, you can right click your audio track and then do insert/remove envelope and volume. Same thing goes with mute and pan. Mute is not useless, but you only have two options, either full volume or mute. So in my opinion, volume is the best. It's going to give you this blue bar right here, and this blue bar is going to signify your audio. Now, pretty much this volume right here is at your -10 decibels, okay? So if you put this bar up, it is going to play it, of course, louder. If you put this bar all the way down, it is going to play the sound a lot lower. -10 decibels right here, I know it's going to say 0.0 decibels, but that's in reference to this. So, if you would like to make your volume louder in specific points, what you can do is you can drag this bar up. Now, say you want it to fade from here, being really loud, and then you want right here to be really low. What you can do is you can double click the point where you want the fade to start, then go to the part where you want the fade to stop, double click it again, and then just drag down. Now, like I said, this bar represents your audio, so just picture it like this. Picture it like a graph. This part of the graph right here is the highest up, which means it's going to be the loudest, and as it starts to go down, you're going to notice it's decreasing, and it's going to go to whatever volume you want it to end at. So if I just play this, as you notice, the next gunshot is much lower. And this is pretty much all that this Tip Tuesday is about. And really simple tip, you might have known about it. If you did not, please leave a like, and this tip will definitely help you out in the future. So at any point, you can just double click another point, and then drag this up. Okay, pretty simple to use. And one more thing I'll just explain to you guys really quickly is fade types. Now, like I mentioned earlier, look at this as like a graph, okay? If you notice this blue bar right here, it is decreasing slowly, then it kind of decreases a little more, and pretty much this is going to take you actually having to understand. I can't really explain it to you, but just take into consideration that if you right-click these, this is not working right now. Okay, you're going to see linear fade, fast fade, slow fade, smooth fade. Okay, pretty much linear fade is going to be just a straight line, and that's usually what I use because it's going to decrease at a steady rate, whereas opposed to maybe a fast fade will decrease at an exponential rate. Actually, the slow fade decreases at an exponential rate. But you'll really notice differences, not so much with this, but if you're decreasing over a period of maybe a minute long, you will notice a huge difference in this, so keep that in mind. And that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching this week's Tip Tuesday. Simple, yet effective, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please leave a like, please favorite, all that good stuff, and thanks for watching, thanks for helping me out, and that's all I have to say about that. I just want to thank you. Alright, have a great day, guys.